it's Elaine with Elaine's Custom Cards, and this is the card we're making today. And I'm using the Hues of Happiness Designer Series paper for this, and the Happiness Abounds stamp set and Blossoms Happiness dies for this. And then I'm also going to use the Time Worn Type embossing folder. So let's get started. What I did was I took these two sheets of Designer Series paper and I cut out some of the flowers with the dies. That's what I did here. And then I just put them in a little box so I could pick out the colors I want. So I'm going to go ahead and do another one with the yellow flower, the fresh freesia flower, and one of the pool party flowers. Let's see if there's another one of those purple ones. It's Gorgeous Grape. So it looks like we will be using that one instead of, I only had one of those. So, and then some leaves. So let's see, nice leaves. I cut a bunch of the leaves out of that paper. There should be some small ones. There's some. Okay. You can use whichever flowers you want. These are just the ones I chose to use. Put those over there. I've already embossed the cardstock. This is basic white. It's 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. I cut it to the size I wanted and then ran it through this embossing folder. And then for the base, I'm using fresh freesia, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. All this information will be on my blog. So anyway, so let's start with this piece here. This out of the way. So there. Okay, we're going to start decorating this. So the first thing I did was laid out the flowers how I wanted them on the front, card front, so that I could glue them down. This is the only one that's going to be popped up on dimensionals. So let's get these kind of, get my fingers to work. And we'll put this one over here. And then I wanted some leaves. I'll put these leaves right here. And put some leaves over here. And some leaves down here. Doesn't look like I'm going to need these, so let's go with that. So once I have it kind of the way I want it, then I start kind of, sometimes my fingers don't work like I want them to. So let's do it like this. Put this down here. I want to shove that down. I'm going to put this leaf here. And we'll put this leaf right like that. So, first thing I'm going to do, I think I'm going to have that up farther. There. I'm going to glue this one down. So let's kind of tuck that under, glue it down. And I want this one over here. Sorry I haven't, it's been a couple of weeks since I've uploaded a video. Things have been kind of hectic around here. My granddaughter had her baby, so we have a new great-granddaughter. Then we went on a trip that was only supposed to be a weekend, and it ended up being a week and a half because my truck broke down. And it took a while to get that fixed and get back home. So, just trying to recuperate from all of that. Okay, I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of this one. These are really pretty flowers. You can stamp them and then cut them out. I just decided I would take that designer series paper and cut them out. Anyway, I finally got the truck fixed. It was a very odd thing that was wrong with it. It's a good thing I had my camper on there because we got stuck up by Portland, Oregon. Couldn't quite make it home. Had to be towed twice. Once when we were in Washington, and then another time when we got back to Oregon, because she broke down twice. Anyway, we finally got it fixed, and excuse me, I got it back home. I'm going to go ahead and put this one on there. And then I'm going to tuck those others under. Get this one on. I don't want this one to look like kind of like this, without covering too much up. Let's do it this way. Okay, I'm going to tuck this over here. You kind of just, arrange your flowers however you like. This is kind of just how I did it. No two things are going to be the same. Let's see. I kind of wanted this. Let me cut that. Okay, I'm going to put that right there. I'm going to tuck this one in right. I think I'll put it over here. There. And then I've got this one. Anyway, it's been an adventure. Towing is not cheap, let me tell you. Lift that up. Oh. Okay, we'll just kind of stick that in there like that. Okay. Once you got that done, then you're going to take and do your sentiment. And I've got two pieces here. This is Gorgeous Grape and Basic White. You can do this however you want. I almost feel like I need some kind of a leaf here because it looks kind of blank, because I'm going to put this right here. So it's going to cover up those leaves. So let's stamp this. And I stamped it with Gorgeous Grape. And this one's Happy Birthday. There's quite a few sentiments on there, so you can use any of them you want. Let's get this straight. I think I'm going to use this thing though, because this is photopolymer and even. That with Gorgeous Grape. And the inside piece, tell you what size that is. 4 7/8 by 3 3/8. And we're going to stamp the sentiment. Wishing you all the happiness you can imagine. Stamp that. Okay. So I'm going to let that dry. Let that one dry. And I am going to, I think, put another leaf on here. Let's use this small one here. I feel like it needs more in that spot right there. Looks a little blank. So let's put a little leaf here. I'm going to tuck that under right there. I like that better. Okay. Now, I'm going to take my banner punch. This does the arrow, and then it does the back part. And I'm going to use this part. So I like to look at the back to make sure that I'm not punching over the top of my words. And you want to center that as best you can. This doesn't exactly fit in the little groove. So I just kind of did it a little bit loosely. Let's try and get it centered. Punch. That looks good. Now we'll do the other end. I don't know if I told you how long this was. Let me tell you how long that is. Let me do this one first. This one is 4 1/8. It doesn't have to be that long. That's just how long this is. This is 3/4 of an inch wide. So we're just going to punch one end, and then I'll tell you why. Okay. This was about 3 3/4 inches long or so. Okay, now I'm going to glue this to this. And after I glue it, then we'll trim the other end. So I want to make sure that it's equal. So go ahead and glue that on, like so. Okay. And then I'm going to take my scissors and go ahead and trim right here, so that they look the same at both ends. It's like so. I think that's not exactly right. There. Okay. Then we're going to pop this up on dimensionals. And it's going to go right here. Right over the top of this flower, like so. Okay? I'll go ahead and put that on there. Nice thing about this set is you can use whichever of the colored flowers you want, and then you just match it up with cardstock. There's that. And I took my bow, and this is the Fresh Freesia ribbon. It's in the annual catalog. Made my bow, took a glue dot. I've always got extra paper pumpkin glue dots that I can use, so that's what this is. Put that right there on my bow. Feels sticky. And then I want to center that. Kind of right about there, I think. Okay. And I like to take little pieces of tape, tape it to the back, just like so. After you get it on there, then you can straighten your bow. Mine's kind of crooked. Okay. Straighten you up. Like so. Okay. We're going to take our card base and glue this to the front of our card. You'll find these products in the annual catalog, and I'll put all the product numbers in my blog telling you sizes and products so that you know what to get if you want to make this card. And for the inside, I took this. Let's go ahead and do this first. I used just these rhinestones on here just to dress it up a little bit. I put 3 of them on there. It's like so. There. Okay, the inside. I took some, if you can see, it's just pieces of flowers. So I took some pieces of the flowers and decided which ones I wanted to put down here at the bottom. Excuse me. And you can use whatever colors you want. I just took a few pieces here. Here's a little bit of yellow. These are kind of big. Let's do a smaller green. Piece of green. A little bit of yellow. Like so. And some pink. I kind of like this pink. Don't have any more of this color to put down there. Let's use this yellow one. Okay, let's go ahead and put the yellow one in the middle. And you can use however big of a piece as you want. It's just the edges of the paper that I cut out. You can stamp if you want. You don't have to use the pieces of the flower of the edges. I just kind of like the way it looked. You can cut them smaller. You can make them bigger. Like this piece is going to be a little too big. So I'm just going to cut it off. Put it down there at the bottom. Flip it over. Trim it. I couldn't find what I wanted. So take that. And if you want, you can put some leaves. I just took some of the leaves that were in here. I used the small ones. Here's another one. So I just took some of the, I think I'm going to use bigger ones. These are bigger flowers. So I just took some of the leaves and tucked them under, like so. And here's another one. Once you do all of that, I think I glued all the way to the edge, so it should be pretty easy to tuck under there. There. Then you take your card, and you glue this to the inside. That way the inside of your card is decorated. You could use some of these bits of flowers for your envelopes if you want. Just glue that to the inside of your card. I don't know what that is. And that's your card. I hope you like it. Please subscribe, like my video, share it with your friends. And I hope you have a blessed day. You have fun stamping. And anyway, that's my card for today. You have a blessed day. Thank you so much for watching.